Hello, I'm Super Orange Cat here, and today with a bit of Toonami news. So, if you've been paying attention, you'll know that there is a Toonami Rewind block that airs Fridays from 5 to 7 p.m. on the Cartoon Network slot. Or I guess that's technically Adult Swim now, that 5 o'clock onwards Adult Swim. But the current schedule for now has been, if I recall correctly, it has been Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z Kai, Dragon Ball Z Kai, and then Naruto. So that's going to change up starting on July 19th, which is not this Friday, but the Friday afterwards, as of me recording this video. It will be an hour Sailor Moon, 5 and 5:30, Naruto at 6, and then Dragon Ball Z Kai at 6:30. So it's the same three shows, but instead of Dragon Ball Z Kai getting 2 episodes, you have Sailor Moon getting 2 episodes, and Dragon Ball Z Kai actually gets shifted to the end of that block, flipping places with Naruto. And again, this is gonna be interesting to see because you can look at all these three shows and make an argument that each one should get the doubling up. Typically, the doubling up is for shows that you have a lot of episodes available for, and if the pacing is notably slow. Like, for example, I don't think anyone seriously complains when the Tanami proper block doubles up on One Piece because One Piece goes at a snail's pace a lot of the time. And this is interesting here because honestly, you could probably make an argument against that for Sailor Moon because Sailor Moon, if I recall, it's been a while since I watched the 90s original version. If I recall, at least for the first so many episodes, it's more of like an episodic type show. You can almost say the same about Naruto, the first so many episodes. It's like, oh, the adventure of this one episode before you really kick into like the plot of Naruto as it gets along. Same thing with Sailor Moon early on, if I recall correctly. It's not like something like Yu Yu Hakusho where it kind of already starts off in its own first arc, the whole like egg slash bring in Yasuke back to life arc, you know. And I guess they just couldn't get the rights to that because that would be an awesome show to have here in Toonami Rewind. If I recall correctly, it's streaming on the English dub of it, streaming on Hulu. I'm talking about Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't know about these shows, and the fact that it might not be available, the English dub on streaming might be how Toonami got it. If you talk to a lot of like anime fans who don't really like Toonami, one thing they'll complain about is this thing called Tanami Lock. Long story short, basically it's just, well, if Toonami gets the rights to air a show, it's not going to be available on streaming, or at least the dub won't be available on streaming for a while. That's its own bag of worms. But again, I'm heavily digressing here, just talking about this one Toonami schedule change. And if you follow my last video, I talked about the lot of different schedule changes on the Tanami block proper, the Saturday night block, where we're going to have a new schedule each in the next 3 or 4 weeks, culminating in a My Adventures with Superman marathon. The too long didn't read on that is essentially the fact that we don't have an actual replacement for Zom 100, at least not yet. So, again, I think everyone's just kind of waiting for that My Hero Academia announcement. I am. I fully expect that to be the next new show announcement that Toonami makes. Whenever that happens, who knows? Earliest window for that is August. And then we also got that announcement where I think it was specifically Jason DeMarco, or it might have been Maki Terashima Furata, who said something like confirming, okay, Uzumaki's definitely airing in 2024. It's definitely going to air in 2024 this time. Even though I definitely recall statements about that for both 2022 and 2023. So I'm not going to treat that as the highest word quite yet. Not until we actually get Tom show up like, hey, your newest show is Uzumaki. Remember 5 years ago when we said that was going to come any day now? Well, here it is. So come watch some Junji Ito fun, magic, cursed shit for. And by the way, it's only going to be 4 episodes long. It's not like a whole 12 episode season thing. And that's what makes a lot of people kind of frustrated about the Uzumaki things, the fact that it is going to be just 4 episodes and then it's gone. Wouldn't be shocked they rerun it. Did they? I don't know if they reran Housing Complex C. And that's amazing. Housing Complex C got announced after Uzumaki did. It aired on Toonami already. Not only that, but all things considered, I thought Housing Complex C was pretty good. It had its faults, but I mean, if you're listing all the Toonami originals that we've had of this like 2010s era. I'm putting Housing Complex C either number one or two, the other one being Fan of Pirate Princess, in my opinion. But again, I am digressing yet again. Again, Tanami's schedule for Toonami Rewind Friday afternoon blocks starting July 19th will be Sailor Moon, Naruto, the original Naruto, not Shippuden, and Dragon Ball Z Kai. So what do you guys think? Leave your comments, leave your opinions down below. I am the Super Orange Cat, and that